Hi everyone, welcome to the Tristar Gym channel. Today we're going to be covering the pendulum sweep. For you guys who've seen this before, please sit tight. I'm going to show you a few details that you might not have seen before, and I'm going to show you a nice armbar combination. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here, my right hand is going to slide inside the leg. I'm going to swing my leg up wide, roll him over. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look and see exactly how that's done. First and most important part here is my right hand here is going to slide in deep inside the leg to the elbow. Okay, elbow deep. We're going to see that again after. And my right leg here is going to swing out wide. So you see this right leg is going to swing out as big and as wide of a circle you can do. The more powerful you're going to have the more power you're going to have in your sweep. Okay, so the wider the better. Another very important detail here is the hips up off the ground. Very important. Most people, when they do this technique, they drag their hips on the ground, which slows down the spin. Okay, I need to spin real quick, real powerful here. This leg is going to swing back again the opposite way. Again, the bigger and wider the circle, the more powerful your sweep. So I swing back the opposite way. Now notice my other leg here. My other leg went up into the arm and is chopping right down into his arm here, like this. So it slides up and then chops back down into his arm. And that creates the pendulum sweep effect, okay? Next very important thing is I want to make sure that this shoulder is the first thing that hits the ground. So when I sweep him, if I sweep him in the correct angle, that shoulder should be the first thing that hits the ground. And as you can see here, as I'm sweeping my partner here, his shoulder is the first thing that hits the ground. Elbow deep on the leg here, very important grip. I'm going to come up on top here. When I come up on top, notice I base on my arm as far as possible. Okay, very important detail here. And now look, hips in first. You notice that the hips go in first. I don't try to lead with my head, and we'll see why in a little bit here. Very important that the hips go in first so you don't get rolled back to your original position. Okay, let's see that again. I swing the leg, and right here, hips in first. Now, if you don't go hips in first, this is what can happen to you as you're trying to sweep your opponent here. Let's take a look and see what happens. As you go, you see I'm trying to force myself head in first. Very common here. Beginners will get the base. They try to go head in first. And as you're trying to go head in first, your spine, look at the position of my spine here. I'm giving him a nice surface to push off of. You see here? His hands are pushing right into my chest. So if this guy on the bottom knows what he's doing, he's going to escape his hips and slide his knee inside. He's going to use this surface here that I'm giving him to escape his hips, slide his knee inside, and put me in a leg lock situation here, which would be a problem for me. See, I'm trying to lead in with my head, and that creates an opportunity for him to go to leg lock. So let's see it again. This time I'm going to mount hips in first. Watch here. I base, and now look, hips go in first. And you can see that his arms are still trying to push into my chest here, which is very common. That's what they're going to do. But look at the shape of my spine here. I'm deflecting his arms. I'm not giving him a nice surface to push off of. And as I progress, my spine will get more and more parallel with his arms, and I'll be able to deflect his arms right off my chest, sprawl right into a mount. Okay, here's a different angle. Swing your leg wide, get that pendulum effect. And right here, right when you get into mount, the very important thing, once you get into mount, there's momentum. So you don't want him to use that as an opportunity for him to bridge you over, okay? I want to base out as wide as possible. I want to hook my legs into his legs. I want to sprawl my hips low to the ground. I want to get my head very low to the ground to give him nothing to push off of. I don't want him continuing the roll. I want to stop the roll as much as I can. I'm going to let this play through one more time. Sweep your opponent, mount, get really low. Make sure to mount hips in first. Okay, here's a common counter to the pendulum sweep. You notice that when I do the pendulum sweep, I had to release one arm. Okay, so keep an eye on that arm. He's going to use that arm to base. You know, he's going to protect himself with that base. Now, you might be thinking, hey, I think I could still get the sweep. And you can. Oftentimes, you can. But sometimes guys are strong enough just to base with this arm. You see this arm right here? That's the arm I had to originally release so I can grab inside the leg. Now, when I sweep him with a pendulum sweep and he pushes back with this arm right here, there's a lot of weight on that arm. You know, there's a lot of weight on that arm. So as he's pushing himself back, watch what I do. I released my right arm, and I'm going to go grab that arm that he's basing with. And once I grab that arm he's basing with, I'm just going to roll my hips right over. Roll your hips right over his arm and get your instep. Notice what I do with my instep here. Get your instep behind his head. Once you get to this position, the guy's arm's cooked. You know, it's ready to go home with you. You're gonna lock this arm out and flow right into a beautiful armbar combination. All right, so I'm gonna let this play through a few more times. You swing to the pendulum, the guy bases, release the leg, trap the arm, roll your hips over, instep behind the neck, flow right into an armbar. Okay, a few more angles for you guys here. This is a beautiful combination, quite common. The guy will base with the free arm. Here it is again, flow right into armbar. That's it for this tutorial, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like, share, comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see on this channel. I plan on covering everything in martial arts, from striking to the ground. I'm going to be analyzing jiu-jitsu matches, street fights, MMA matches, Muay Thai matches. We're going to be breaking down and dissecting what is martial arts and what is the best way to be effective in competition or just simply defending yourself in the street. Hope you guys enjoy that. Please share, like, and comment, and thank you very much.